the ministry that I get to have through music and through the books that I write, everything I do is really steeped in the power of story. My name is Matthew West. I'm a singer and songwriter. I'm an author and podcast host. And I've experienced in my own life the power of story. More importantly, the story that's being written with each one of our lives. And I'd say one of the most significant aspects of that I've seen is how many people I interact with who've been made to feel like their story doesn't matter. They've got too many broken, messy chapters in their story. And so really it's been about encouraging people to believe that their best chapters are still yet to be written. And it only takes place when we place our broken chapters in the hands of a healing God. My latest album is called Brand New, and on the cover of that record, it's a picture of me sitting on a bright blue couch. There's a deep significance to that blue couch, and that blue couch reminds me of a brand new moment for me, a moment where my faith became real to me. One day I was home from school and turned on the television and I was looking for a baseball game, and I'm sitting on this blue couch in my living room and I'm changing the channels, and I found a Billy Graham crusade. And that just wound up turning into a profound moment in my life. And I sat there, my mom saw me, she sat down and prayed with me. And I asked Jesus into my heart. I asked him to be the Lord of my life and the author of my story. And, you know, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of times in my life now where I look up and I feel like I'm a million miles away from that kid on a blue couch. And so I think in a lot of ways, like the songs I was writing even on this last album were about me kind of wanting to go back to that, but really having this discovery that God didn't stay on that blue couch, right? That he walks with me every step of my life. And to anybody who may not have a blue couch story that they can recall or remember, I want to encourage you to take some inventory of your life and ask yourself, have I answered that most important question? And the question was, what will you do with this Jesus? Jesus is calling. The question is, are we listening? And what will our answer be? That is where we have our blue couch moment. Ever since I gave my life to Christ, I feel like there have been signs and wonders all around me, moments big and small that have reminded me that God is real and that he's everywhere, that he's unavoidable. You can look back and you see with a greater perspective, you get a glimpse that God really is orchestrating your life. And so I would say that even in some of the moments where I feel like my faith is weak, I have to understand that faith is a choice, and it has to be something that's rooted in something deeper than just the surface feelings. If we rely on our feelings, we're going to be like the ball in the pinball machine, just going left, right, up and down, close and far. And I don't feel God, so maybe God's not real. And so I think it's so important to be rooted in something deeper. And I just know I have a firm foundation. I know that God is real. I know that he is the one who gives purpose to my life. And when I feel weak in my faith, I can look over my shoulder and see who's been faithful all along the way. Well, I did just release a brand new podcast. And you know, it was something I had an idea to do for a long time, but 2020 happened and it became a real opportunity for creativity. Sometimes we get so busy doing life that we rarely stop long enough to take some inventory of the direction our life is going. You know, I think a big part of my story has been learning not to draw firm lines around how I think God should use me, but rather to be prepared for him to just keep pushing those boundaries out and blowing my mind how he wants to use me in different ways. Well, we're going to have some great conversations in the podcast, and every single one, every single episode will hopefully draw people closer to the Lord and the understanding that their story's not over. You know, I mean, that's the message of the gospel. So that's the message of everything I do as well. Here's a little bit of a song called Brand New. When you close your eyes, do you go back there to a bended knee, and a Lord, I need you whispered prayer. Remember the moment you let Jesus in. Would you give anything to go back there again? You feel like a million mistakes and a million miles away from the first time faith of a child. But oh, I want you to know, yeah, He's making you new. He's making you new. He's healing your heart right where you are. If only you knew. He's lifting your shame. He's changing your name. And when you look back, the only thing that you'll see is His grace has been making you brand new. Yeah, He is making you brand new. God knows every single part of your life, and He still loves you. He still wants to be in relationship with you. He still promises that He will answer when you call Him. Hey, here's an excerpt from Jesus Calling, October 2nd. I want you to hear this and see how God might want to speak to your life and your story today. Many people spend a lifetime or a small fortune searching for someone who understands them. Yet I am freely available to all who call upon my name, who open their hearts to receive me as Savior. This simple act of faith is the beginning of a lifelong love story. I, the lover of your soul, understand you perfectly and love you eternally. And then Psalm 145:18, the Lord is near to all who call upon Him,